Day number 2 of our season opening doubleheader from Wilkes-Barre Area High School here on Service Electric Cable TV. Good afternoon, everyone. Paul Garrity with you once again today. Third place game. Kicks things off today, or should I say tips things off. Speaking of kicking things off, congratulations to the Dallas Mountaineers. An incredible upset last night in the state semifinals in Class 4A football over Bishop McDevitt in double overtime. One of the most shocking upsets in the state of Pennsylvania in a long time. And congratulations and best of luck to the Dallas Mountaineers next week in the state finals. Here in the third place game, we have Holy Redeemer, losers last night to the Emmaus Hornets, taking on Wilkes-Barre Area, who lost a close one to Mid-Valley in a highly competitive game here in this gym last night. Starting lineup for Wilkes-Barre, the same as last night. They go with Capri Cottle and Melvin Egbeto in the backcourt, along with David Januzzi. The forwards are Channing Brown, number 14, and number 21, Jordani Rodriguez. For Holy Redeemer, it's Mark Atherton with the basketball. This is George Sabatini. Cody Quaglia is number 1. Number 23 on the outside is Braden Sock, and David Popson is number 42, as George Sabatini gets Holy Redeemer on the board first. Redeemer had a difficult time offensively last night, scoring just 29 points in that loss to Emmaus. Wilkes-Barre Area led by as many as 11 over Mid-Valley late in the third quarter, before Mid-Valley responded with a 12-1 run early in the fourth and were able to hit some clutch free throws down the stretch. Cottle, corner 3. Would imagine both of these teams will want to get up and down the floor at least a little bit. Here's Sock left alone. Sabatini climbing the ladder for the offensive board. Atherton, and it'll stay here. If you weren't with us last night, Holy Redeemer with just about an entirely new rotation this year. Sabatini was one of their main players last year, started in some of their games. First foul of the game goes against Jordani Rodriguez for Wilkes-Barre Area. Rodriguez was in foul trouble for darn near the entire night last night. Did not play a lot of minutes due to that foul difficulty. And Channing Brown picks up this foul. We'll send Sabatini to the line for 2 shots. Redeemer played a pretty unusual game yesterday in that there was only 8 foul shots attempted combined between the two teams. Redeemer was 2 for 4. As they lost to Emmaus up from the Lehigh Valley. 4-0 Royals. Just over 2 minutes gone by here, opening stanza. Rodriguez stops on a dime and comes up short. Sabatini's been aggressive early in this game. hammering the offensive glass, and it's Popson with the stick back. Timeout called by Jim Levan in Wilkes-Barre area. 5:17 to play in the first. Redeemer off to a strong start. They lead it 6-0. Had a really good crowd on hand yesterday for the semifinal games, especially that Mid-Valley Wilkes-Barre matchup in the nightcap. More of a sparse crowd here today, at least for the third place game. A lot of folks at home, I'm sure, watching Alabama, Georgia in the SEC title game, and also keeping an eye on us here on Service Electric. If you're watching the game on Channel 9, by the way, and you'd like to watch it in high definition, you can head over to Channel 509. We're showing the same broadcast in HD. We plan to have that all season long, the standard def broadcast on Channel 9 and the high def on Channel 509 for all of our high school sports coverage this season. One for two for Atherton, and it's been a problem on the defensive glass for Wilkes-Barre in the first 3 minutes. Popson off a gorgeous feed from Sabatini. Little high-low action with the two bigs, 9-0 Holy Redeemer. And a carry called against Sabatini. Jim Levan doesn't like what he sees early. He's going to go to his bench. Yariel Argueta, who gave them some real good minutes off the bench last night, checks in. Along with Vincent Garrett, who had a big game as well. Mike Keating is also in the game. Gave them some good minutes in the second half of last night's game with Rodriguez in foul trouble. Here is Keating. Taken away by Sabatini. Look out! Climbing the ladder, George Sabatini with authority, and it's 11-0 Holy Redeemer. Don't think that's the last time we'll see that from George this season. He's one of the most athletic players in the Wyoming Valley Conference. Here's Keating for three. Book it for Mike Keating. And the Wolfpack get their first points of the game. It's 11-3. Two former Hanover area teammates not on the same page there, and it's a turnover back to the Wolfpack. 3:26 to play, first quarter. Championship game of this four-team tournament comes up next. Mid-Valley takes on Emmaus. Januzzi off target. Jordan Valentin gets some early action tonight. He played in the fourth quarter of last night's game. for Wilkes-Barre area. Sabatini attacks again. Both of these teams look like completely different teams from less than 24 hours ago. Here's Argueta, book it again. 13-6, Royals. Sock, strong take. Garrett a half a step late with the help. And Braden Sock makes it 15-6. Keating steps into one. Yes! Had that issue a lot with the nets at Wilkes-Barre area gym. Ball swishes through the rim and the net gets caught. I mean, that always happens occasionally, but probably saw it happen between the two games last night, maybe 7 or 8 times, and it's already happened, I think, 3 times in this one, so might want to take a look at maybe a different kind of net. 15-9. Wolfpack have gotten themselves back in it, and Keating called for steps. If you're a team that likes to full court press a lot, then you might want a type of net like that that gets caught, because then the officials stop the game and they give you a chance to set up your full court press after a made basket. Here's Atherton for 3. Argueta wins the race to it. And a travel whistle with 1:23 to play in the first. Quaglia finds Popson underneath. I think he was thinking about flushing it there. Forgot to catch the basketball. Now a foul in the ensuing action goes against Braden Sock. First foul of the game against Redeemer. Logan Seacole is into the game for Holy Redeemer number 3. Cottle looking for Garrett underneath, and it's last touched by Vincent. .47 seconds in the first. 15-9, Redeemer. Difficult floater by Braden Sock from 14 feet. Second field goal for the transfer from Hanover area. 20 seconds to play in the first. Garrett loses it with 10 on the clock. Here's Sabatini. Off balance, off the wrong foot. Holy Redeemer starts the game by scoring the first 11 points, and they lead after one, 19-9, here on Service Electric TV. And channel 509 in high definition. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday night, we'll have games at either 6 or 7 o'clock p.m., and then Saturday afternoon, a 2:15 tip-off for a girls' game over at Wyoming Seminary. 19-9, Holy Redeemer leads Wilkes-Barre area. third place game of the Wolfpack tip-off tournament. Wolfpack showing a little zone to start the period, an offensive foul called against Sabatini. Usually you don't get that call when the defender is that far underneath the rim. The Wolfpack get the call. They're only their second foul of the game. Underneath, Keating gets it up quickly to avoid the shot blocker. It goes against Braden Sock, that's his second. Wilkes-Barre area was 8 for 14 from the free throw line last night, and that was really the difference in the game. Mid-Valley sizzling from the stripe, 21 for 25 in the game, including some critical ones in the fourth quarter. Keating has 7 of the 10 Wilkes-Barre points as they trail by 9. Good ball movement. Seacole, open look. And a rebound foul called. And that's Sock's third. Oh, nope, they got Popson. First against David. Already 3 against Redeemer in the first minute of period number 2. David Januzzi was in double figures last night. Started to pick it up a bit in the second half after a cold shooting first half. There's Keating for 3, and a rebound ripped away by Michael Dubaskis. And that's going to be a moving screen violation against Dubaskis. Definitely was moving. I didn't know if there was enough contact there to warrant a call, but whistling it pretty tight in this quarter, and now 4 fouls against Redeemer in the period. Januzzi for 3. Gonna get Garrett for a push on the rebound. Wilkes-Barre area 6 minutes and 5 seconds in the bonus. Close out the first half. We'll see if they could take advantage. Sock, quick trigger. Yes. And there's that net again. Biggest lead of the game, 22-10 Royals. Just 7 points shy of the total they put up in the game last night against Emmaus. Seacole knifing through and gets bailed out with a foul. That's Argueta's first. Second against the Pack in the period. Sock, high arcer. Keating pulls it down. Argueta for 3, back rim miss. Tap comes out to Valentin. And a timeout called by the Wolfpack. 4:58 to play in the first half. Royals 22 and Wilkes-Barre area 10. Wow. Good rebound there by Valentin amongst bigger players. Knocked to the deck and he'll get free throws. Second against Damascus. Valentin to the line with 4:53 to play in the half. Sabatini back in replacing Damascus. Jack Hurst also into the game, and Sock will get a breather. (22-11). Redeemer. Deflection by Januzzi. Oh, nice look from Valentin, but Januzzi took an extra step. Pass rifled in there by Valentin, and I don't know that Januzzi was expecting it. Wave off the basket, 4:28 to play, first half. Seacole off the pump fake. Never really got on balance there. There's Argueta in transition. And they play on. And that's hit off of Popson's leg. Good play by Januzzi to give it back to Wilkes-Barre. Wolfpack had no trouble scoring the ball last night. They've been bogged down a little bit by this Redeemer defense in this first half. Dangerous pass there, lucky to keep it. And Paul Guido sees that possession getting away, and he'll take a timeout. 3:16 to play, second quarter. Redeemer brought the defense this afternoon. They lead it 22-11. Broadcast here on Service Electric Cable will be Tuesday night. A boys game between Delaware Valley and Wyoming Seminary. 6 o'clock start for that one. And then Wednesday night we'll be over at Hanover area for a girls game as the Hawkeyes take on Mountain View. Thursday we'll be back at Hanover and the Hawkeyes take on Berwick on the boys' side. (22-11) Redeemer as we play with 3:15 to play in the second quarter. Paul Garrity here with you. The third game of 4 this weekend. It'll be Emmaus taking on Mid-Valley in the championship contest. Quaglia, baseline drive. Sabatini collects, second effort. And George Sabatini having himself a first half. He's got 12 points. That's a 13-point lead for Redeemer. Argueta Confident stroke came up short. Not a great decision there by Sabatini, and a foul 60 feet from the basket will go against Quaglia. His first. And it'll send Argueta to the line. 3 for 6 from the stripe today. They trail 24-12, 2:17 to play before the break. Hurst left alone, that's his role on the team. Jack Hurst is a good standstill shooter. If you give him that shot, he can hit it. And the Royals threatening to make this one a real laugher. They lead by 15 as the foul goes against Hurst. Two more free throws here for Yariel Argueta. (27-13). Redeemer. Sabatini finds Popson alone underneath. And the Royals have matched their total from last night's game. They lead 29-13. Wild shot from Keating, wanted the foul. Thought it was a good no call from here. 1:19 to play in the half. Again, good ball movement by Redeemer. Hard to believe this is the same team from a night ago. Popson's got 8 first half points, and it's an 18-point cushion. Argueta misses the shot, but it'll be 2 more free throws for the sophomore. Damascus with the 2 personal fouls comes back in for Popson. (31-15). Redeemer leads it. Second foul against Garrett. .30 seconds here in the second. Atherton, a step back 3 over the long arms of Keating. And Mark Atherton, who has not taken a lot of shots in this tournament so far, drills one from straight away. And a technical foul has been called, I believe against Paul Guido on the Redeemer bench. Pretty quick tee there. I think Paul Guido thought that the official on the outside and the official on the baseline had different calls. And are we going to have another technical? And I believe we have a second technical foul called. So if that's two technicals against Coach Guido, he's done for the day. Now, the question is, did the free throw count for Januzzi? The whistle blew like as he was taking the free throw. They didn't put it up on the scoreboard. So apparently that first one did not count. The way this young man shoots free throws might not matter. So Januzzi goes 5 for 5 from the stripe with the technical free throws. Only 4 of them count. And now the 2 free throws for the foul. Check back in for the Royals for 23, Brandon Saw. So the rarely seen 6 for 6 from the free throw line on the same possession. And a 19-point lead is now 13. Wolfpack ball, 4 seconds to play in the half. Januzzi falling away. Two quarters in the books from Wilkes-Barre area. Holy Redeemer leads Wilkes-Barre 34-21. We'll be back with the second half just minutes away here on Service Electric TV. Well, I was able to get an explanation on the situation at the end of the first half. The 2 technicals that were called against Holy Redeemer. The first technical was called against one of the Holy Redeemer players. And then the second one was against head coach Paul Guido for arguing from the bench. So 1 technical for head coach Paul Guido. He'll have to sit for the rest of the game. He'll no longer be able to wander up and down the sideline. David Januzzi hit all 6 free throws, the 4 technical free throws plus the 2 personal foul free throws, and that got Wilkes-Barre back in the game at least a little closer here as they trail 34-21 to Holy Redeemer at the start of the third quarter. Paul Garrity here with you. Then Melvin Egbeto gets on the board for the first time. And after all those free throws at the end of the half, Wilkes-Barre now on an 8-0 run. That's Wilkes-Barre's first 2-point field goal of the afternoon. Made just 3 baskets in the first half, all 3 of them from downtown. Yariel Argueta, the leading scorer for the Wolfpack, as David Popson gets into double figures plus a foul.
For 21, Rodriguez is third. His first basket's good by number 42, Popson. He will be shooting 1.
Third foul against Jordani Rodriguez. (37-23) Redeemer. Channing Brown did not play a lot of minutes in that first half. He's back on the floor. Driving against Sabatini. In and out, but Sabatini picks up the foul. That's his second. Wilkes-Barre area lived at the free throw line in that first half. That miss there from Brown is already their 17th attempt of the game. Not even a minute into the third quarter. 12 for 17, now 13 for 18. And they're within 13. Sabatini skying to the rim. Tip doesn't go, and a foul called against Popson. That's his third, so he's the first Redeemer player with 3. Mid-Valley takes on Emmaus in the championship game coming up next. And Januzzi called for the travel. I think that's a good job there by Quaglia. Jim Levan wanted to travel from the bench, but I think Cody kept that pivot foot even though it looked awkward. 39-24.
Number 4, 17. His third, team third.
Two shots here for Egbeto. (39-26). Wolfpack trying to stay within shouting distance. They trailed by 19 with 4 seconds left in the first half before those 6 free throws in the same possession by Januzzi with the technicals. First foul there against Egbeto. Starting 5 on the floor for Jim Levan as Braden Sock drills a triple. His second of the game, the third from downtown for Redeemer, and the lead climbs back to 16. Here's Brown for the answer. Our first wedgie of the tournament. Go to the possession arrow, and it'll be Holy Redeemer basketball. .540 to play, third quarter. Sock draws the contact. First against Capri Cottle. Braden Sock, one of 3 Redeemer players in double figures already in this game, goes to the line for the first time tonight. And that's going to be the third foul against Sabatini. Oh, my mistake, that's his fourth. That's not a smart foul there by George. He's got such an important player for Redeemer this year. He's got to do a better job staying on the floor for his team. So George to the bench with 12 points, all in the first half. 17-point game, poked away by Quaglia. Pops in that little baseline jumper that he likes. We'll go back to the Wolfpack. 4:58 to play in the third. Keating and Arguida both back on the floor for the Pack. Wolfpack had 6 players on the floor. Redeemer bench wanted a technical. Officials will give you a little bit of time to make the substitution. If they put the ball in play there, then the officials would have no choice but to call a technical for too many players on the floor. But when the ball's not in play yet, it's at the official's discretion. (43-26). Garrett powering up, doesn't get it. Popson playing volleyball, grabs the board. Quaglia rhythm 3. Front rim miss. Garrett collects the carom. Off the hesitation. Did everything but finish. Atherton will slow it down with 4:13 to play, third quarter. Wolfpack extending the defense a little bit, trying to speed the game up, down big, and pops and drills the triple. Biggest lead of the day, 46-26. And Quaglia whistled. Getting a little too aggressive there with Januzzi. And Wilkes-Barre area in the bonus again early in the period. First miss of the day for David Januzzi from the line in 7 tries. (46-27). 3:41 to play in the third. Rare turnover in this game by Redeemer, and Dubaskus picks up his third. Januzzi hasn't made a field goal in the game, but he's 1 point shy of double figures. 46-29. Redeemer. Quaglia splitting defenders. Little dipsy-do, doesn't go. Januzzi pulls it away. 3-on-4, the 5'8" sophomore all the way to the rim. Count it, and one for David Januzzi.
Basket's good. Number 2, David Januzzi. He will be shooting 1. Now the Royals number 23. Shot his third. During the morning play, David Januzzi.
Januzzi, the high man for Wilkes-Barre area today with 12. It's 46-32 Royals. And a reach-in foul called against Januzzi. His first and the fourth against the team. So free throws for both teams on every foul for the last 3 minutes of the period. Second foul against Egbedo. Sends Quaglia to the line for the first time tonight. First free throws of the year for Cody Quaglia, sophomore guard. Rodriguez back in for the Wolfpack, replacing Channing Brown. (48-32). Redeemers never trailed in the game. They scored the game's first 11 points. Timeout, Holy Redeemer with 2:28 to play in the third. 48-32. Again, we'll be back on the air Tuesday night at 6 p.m. for a boys game between Delaware Valley and Wyoming Seminary. And then we'll have live basketball as well Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday evenings before a Saturday afternoon game at 2:15. If you're searching for some high school basketball this winter, there's no better place to be than Service Electric TV. Paul Guido looking to take some time off the clock with this 16-point lead. Always want an early season game like this. You want to get every part of your offense involved, and Popson off the bounce from Atherton. Executed perfectly in the delay game, results in a dunk for Popson, and it's 50-32. .132 to play in the third. Egbedo muscles up and hacked on the arm. If it's Popson, it's his fourth. It's DeBaskets, that's his fourth.
Number 3, Jordan Valentin.
Cottle and Valentin back on the floor.
And Royals, number 5, Evan Lacari.
Evan Lacari in the game for Holy Redeemer. Wolfpack have stayed in this game. They've made just 5 field goals. And we're almost through 3 quarters.
Fouls on the Wolfpack, number 10, Arluda, his second.
But they've scored 21 points from the free throw line.
Number 23, Sock, shooting 2.
Second trip to the line today for Braden Sock. He's got 12 points now after that make. (51-34). And we'll have more free throws here in this quarter. Hasn't exactly been a quick game here in the opener. Some fans from Mid-Valley and Emmaus are arriving thinking, how is this game only in the third quarter? Well, when one team has attempted 31 free throws already, that tends to slow the game down a little bit. 51-36. .109 to play in the third. And a timeout called by the Redeemer bench. 58 seconds to play in the third. Wolfpack continue to lead, or check that, Royals continue to lead it. It's 51-36. Wolfpack looking to trap out of the timeout. Holy Redeemer almost looks like they want to play for one shot. Still 35 seconds left in the period. And a near steal by Egbeto. Lacari off the side of the board. Argueta for 3. That would have been big. Could have cut it to 12. Don't think that Wilkes-Barre has been closer than 13 at any point in the second half. I could be wrong about that. If they were, it was only briefly. Now they're within 13 again. Argueta's got 9 points in the game. And a giveaway in the backcourt with 4.5 seconds left will send Holy Redeemer to the free throw line. Second trip to the line for Royal senior Mark Atherton. Redeemers 10 for 12 from the stripe today. 3 seconds. Egbeto steamrolls into the defender. It's an offensive foul against Melvin Egbeto at the third quarter horn. That's the way the third quarter ends, with Holy Redeemer leading Wilkes-Barre area 53-38 in our third place game here at the Wolfpack Gym. Holy Redeemer scored the first 11 points of this contest, and they've continued to lead by double figures for the vast majority of this game since. It's 53-38 Royals as we start the fourth quarter. Paul Garrity here with you. Mid-Valley and Emmaus will come up next for the title game of this tip-off tournament. Valentin hoists one up. And Sabatini back in the game with 4 fouls, collects the carom. That's Melvin Egbeto's 4th foul. Holy Redeemer has 3 players in double figures in the game. Sabatini has 12. Popson leads the way with 16, and Sock has 12. Travel against Sabatini. Or check that against Lakari. Wilkes-Barre area has been led by David Januzzi with 12. Melvin Egbeto has 8, all of those 8 here in the second half. Jacob Johnson is into the game for Wilkes-Barre area. First time we've seen him this weekend. Number 15 in blue. Cottle attacks and comes up too strong. Loose ball to Sock. An offensive foul, a moving screen called against Hurst. Up top. Januzzi steps into a 3. Sock came right into Cottle, or check that, Argueta. It's the 3rd against Mark Atherton. It's amazing with all the fouls in this game, nobody's fouled out yet. Still got 6:06 on the clock for that to happen. Johnson chucks one up and it comes up short. And a foul reach in against Argueta. His 3rd. .5:39 to play, 53-38. Neither team has scored in this quarter. Both teams have already committed 3 fouls. That one goes against Johnson. Game 2 is scheduled for 4:30. Ain't no way that's happening. as Argata picks up his 4th. Sabatini driving against Brown. Second effort, no. And they'll get a 3rd crack at it. Lakari on the pull-up, right angle doesn't go. Argata up over Sabatini. Argueta now in double figures with 11. And believe it or not, we have another foul called. That one against Cottle, that's his 2nd. Redeemer 11 for 14 from the line. They lead by 14. 4:37 to play. Johnson off the dribble. Weak side rebound down to Hurst. Sock has it knocked away with an even 4 minutes to play here in the 4th. Popson and Seacole back on the floor for Paul Guido and the Royals. Quaglia also back in the game. Popson carving out space against Brown. Big night for David Popson tonight. Cottle for 3. (56-40). Clock tumbling down towards the 3.5 minute mark. Popson, yeah, I was wondering if they were going to call that. Got Popson for a double dribble. Mike Keating back in the game. Brown uncorks from distance, and Sabatini another rebound. Don't have rebounds, but George Sabatini has to have a double-double in this game. Seacole lines one up. Gets his own miss and an easy deuce. Logan Seacole in the books. 58-40. .223 to play. Royals will get a bounce back win after that 20-point loss last night to Emmaus. Wilkes-Barre area looked really good for most of the game last night. Showed some flashes today, but they've really been outplayed in this game. They'll start the season 0-2. Atherton, little showtime for Popson. Well, you talk about a bounce back after a sluggish offensive performance yesterday. Holy Redeemer has more than doubled their point total from less than 24 hours ago. They lead it 62-40. Some new players into the game. Michael Casey is in for Holy Redeemer. Christian Okendo also into the game. Jack Washikowski. Nathan Coates has checked in along with Dabaskis. Wilkes-Barre area has come with Karan Brooks, a 6'2 junior. Caden Diggs, 6'3 juniors also in the game. Under a minute to play.
His first. Unlike the Royals, for 35, Dabaskis.
Dabaskis is the 8th Redeemer player to score a point in the game. Valentin picks up the loose change. Rebound ripped down by Coates. "14 seconds to play. Holy Redeemer will wrap up third place. Should be a good one coming up. Both teams looked very impressive last night. Mid-Valley coming back from that 11-point deficit to beat Wilkes-Barre, and Emmaus really took it to Holy Redeemer from the opening tip. That'll do it for game one on this Saturday afternoon. The final, Holy Redeemer 63 and Wilkes-Barre area 40. We're going to step aside. We'll have Mid-Valley and Emmaus in the title game coming up in about 15 minutes from now.